Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing the arrival of Guyana's 9th Executive President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. Please stand as we welcome him into the Mackenzie Stadium here in Linden, Region Number 10. We will ask that you remain standing as the presidential salute will be given. Here is Guyana's 9th Executive President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. Parade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ron Calder, has now invited President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, to inspect the Guard of Honor. here at the Mackenzie Stadium in Linden, Region 10, and across Guyana. On the occasion of Guyana's 58th independence anniversary, we will now have an address to the nation by the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali.
Thank you very much. Heads of our joint services, our distinguished men and women in uniform, members of the cabinet, members of the diplomatic community, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this, our independence celebration in region number 10. Please put your hands together for all of us here in region number 10. Before I proceed any further, we must recognize that in this region recently, we lost 2 teachers in an accident, and in our country, we would have lost many brave, patriotic personalities since we gathered together at our last independence. In honor of these individuals, our teachers we lost in the accident here in Region 10 recently, and all our patriotic men and women, I ask all of you to rise in a moment of silence and reflection in prayers as we remember all those who would have left us from the last time we gathered together. Thank you very much, and you may have your seats. Before I proceed any further into this year's Independence Address, allow me to once again salute the brave men and women in uniform of our country and all those who continue to work tirelessly in public service. And I ask you to put your hands together for these exceptional assets of our country. Today, we live in a Guyana that is much different from our first independence. A Guyana that is shaping her own way globally. A Guyana that is creating her own brand. A Guyana that is creating new opportunities. A Guyana that is re-energizing itself as we work towards a singular goal of bringing all of us together under the umbrella of one Guyana and bringing prosperity to every single family and every single home. Our vision is one that seeks to ensure that we can build a society that is not only free and just, but a society in which the aspirations of every Guyanese can be realized. A society in which we become truly our brothers and sisters keepers. A society in which we abide by the rule of law, in which we cherish our cultural heritage, in which we lift each other up in unity, in which we make continuous sacrifices so that the next generation that comes after us will live an even more prosperous life in this beautiful country of ours. We recommit ourselves on this occasion in building a Guyana that is resilient, a Guyana that is strong and sustainable, a Guyana that is competitive, and a Guyana in which the citizens of her country, the citizens of our country, must and will enjoy the best quality healthcare services, educational services, infrastructure, and recreational facilities. This is the Guyana that we are creating. A Guyana that is managed by prudent and sound financial policies. A Guyana in which all our productive sectors are working to ensure the revenue generated to support modernization and transformative plans are realized. A Guyana in which the rule of law and order are consistently working to protect the people. A Guyana in which we'll build a society that supports national prosperity for all. For the society and our society, national prosperity is about ensuring that our working age population can be gainfully employed. It is a Guyana through which we can have access to world-class educational and healthcare services. A Guyana in which we can own our own homes, we can own our own motor vehicles, we can live, celebrate, and honor our religious heritage, our cultural heritage, and do so in a safe environment. This is the Guyana that we are building, and the Guyana in which we are seeing so many strides and physical manifestation of development. A Guyana in which we'll have the benefit of reliable and modern infrastructure and utilities. A Guyana in which we can enjoy a dignified life while actively pursuing different paths. A dignified retirement, dignified aging process. This is the Guyana that we are building. And I would demonstrate to you on this, our independence celebration, how we are systematically ensuring that we build this Guyana. How our children here tonight can look forward to a future that is not only bright and beautiful, but a future in which their aspirations, their goals, their dreams will be met by the investments we are making. What is it and how are we framing our policies to support the society and country we want to build? In less than 4 years, we are close to delivering 30,000 house lots to the people of our country. We are on course of achieving the 50,000 promised house lots. We have invested in ensuring that home ownership is made easier, not only by putting in the infrastructure and building out the housing schemes and delivering the house lots, but by ensuring we place policies and supported programs that brought down the interest rate by 3 percentage points and 4 percentage points, so that today you can enjoy a low-income loan for housing at 3.5% and less, and a moderate income loan at 5.5% or less. That is the policy framework that we would have developed to ensure that home ownership can be realized. And my friends, home ownership is linked to the building of families, the building of communities, the empowerment of yourselves, the improvement of your net value, and more importantly, ensuring the things that you did not have in the past, that is having your own shelter, that your children can enjoy the safety and security of their own home. These are the elements of home ownership that are key and critical for us. Right here in Region 10, we have invested close to $3 billion in the housing program here in Region 10. We are building more than 1,000 homes. We're investing in creating a society in which our young professionals here in Region 10, our teachers, our doctors, our nurses, our engineers, our private sector managers, our public servants, our young people can live in dignity, can own their own homes, can own their own young professional home, can increase their net worth and their net value. That is the Guyana that we are creating. And here in Region 10, it is no different. We've removed VAT on all building materials and construction material so that home ownership becomes less costly and that we can support you as you aspire to own your own homes. We have given a subsidy on building materials, steel and cement, so that you can achieve home ownership. And in the next 3 years, we want to ensure that our men and women in uniform, that they too, all of them, when they give of their life and of their service to this beautiful country of ours, that this country of ours must ensure that they all too live in their own homes, in their own secure homes, and they have that security of home ownership. This is what living in dignity and building prosperity is about. We have been investing in health care, ensuring that our population have access to better health facility, investing in training more doctors, training more than 2,000 nurses, more than 3,000 community health workers, training hundreds of doctors and hundreds of doctors in specialized area. And as a result of this investment, what have we seen? We have seen that from 2020 to now, life expectancy in our country has increased by 2 years overall to 70, and for our female, 74 is their new life expectancy. That is as a result of the investment we are making in the healthcare system. But we are not satisfied with this. We want our overall life expectancy to go to 72 years by 2025 and to 75 by 2030. That is why we're investing in the modernization of our healthcare system. We're investing in public health education. We're investing by partnering with the best in the world to develop a healthcare system that is second to none. The investment we are making has also seen a reduction in child mortality. Child mortality is now 13 per every 1,000 births, when it's compared to 19 in 2019. We've reduced from 19 child mortality per every 1,000 births to 13 per every 1,000 births. This is testimony. This is qualitative analysis and qualitative examples of how the policies and expenditure of the government is working to make the lives of Guyanese better. Maternal mortality is at the lowest it has ever been in the history of our country. Now, it is now 96 per 10,000 deliveries. 96 per 10,000 compared to 170 per 10,000 in 2017. 96 per 10,000 today, compared to 170 per 10,000 in 2017. The number of surgeries that we are doing now at the Georgetown Hospital alone has increased to 22,000 annually. 22,000 surgeries annually. Today, in 3.5 years of investment, we are now doing cardiac surgery, pediatric cardiac surgery, cataract surgery. We have completed for the first time 55 knee and hip replacement, and we want to take this to 100 per year, from 55 per year to 100 per year. We have completed hundreds of complex and less complex brain surgeries. Today, at the Georgetown Public Hospital, CT scans are now free. In 2019, this was a paid service. Today, we have made CT scans free of cost, and we are doing on average 1,000 CT scans at the Georgetown Public Hospital every single month. That is 12,000 CT scans in a year at one public hospital. And we're investing so that in all our regional health facilities, we will have similar services provided for the citizens of our country. And we want to even give higher levels of service, my brothers and sisters. That is why we are constructing the pediatric and maternal hospital, the 6 new regional hospitals, the upgrade of our health centers, new health centers, and the modernization of other regional hospitals, including your hospitals here in Region 10 and the health centers in the riverine community. Because the riverine community is important also. That is why we're investing to ensure that your health centers are also upgraded so that you can have quality service right in your community. Today, we are building 2 more nursing schools. We have announced a policy that any Guyanese with a basic qualification who would like to do nursing, the government will pay for you to do it, give you a stipend whilst you do it, and then ensure you're hired after you have completed the program. Your country is delivering to you. Your country is keeping your dreams and aspiration alive. Your country is creating for all of us, every single Guyanese, an opportunity of a lifetime, an opportunity that the generations before us dreamt of. This new independent and free Guyana has before it the greatest potential, but more than that potential, we now have the wherewithal to convert the potential into reality and to place Guyana at the centerpiece of global development. And we are doing this. We are already the centerpiece when it comes to forests and forestry management, climate change and climate services, biodiversity services, energy and energy services, food production and food services. We have been able, your country, our motherland, is now at the center of these important development regionally and globally. There can be no conversation in the future on energy without Guyana being a part of that conversation. There can be no conversation on climate change, forests, biodiversity and environment without Guyana being a part of that conversation. There can be no conversation on regional food security and creating food sustainability plans in this region without Guyana being the centerpiece of that conversation. And here in Region 10, we are going to create the architecture and infrastructure so that your region can be an integral part of this conversation. Make no mistake, this region that we are in tonight is going to be the centerpiece for development. It is going to be the critical link between the investment we are making towards the Guyana Shield, connecting northern Brazil, building out in the interior, connecting into Bartica, building new roads, opening up new lands, creating new opportunity. And in a moment, I will position your region into the reality of where it is placed in the future of our country. In education, we're investing to ensure that all our teachers can be trained graduates. When you look at our investment in education, we're investing for every single child $700,000 in education. For every single child, we're investing $700,000. And when you compare this to 2019, in 2019, we were investing less than $300,000 per every child. Today, we're investing $700,000 per every child. But more importantly, we are looking into the future. That is why we are now working towards ensuring Guyana will be, in the coming months, creating the first digital school, the first technologically driven school, a digital school for primary and secondary education that will be teaching live online. And why do we need this? We want every single child to ensure that they are in a learning environment. So whilst we're investing in bringing down the cost of data and making internet and data more accessible to every community, we are also working to ensure not only are we building smart hospitals and investing in telemedicine, but we want to create the first digital education system in this region and perhaps globally. And we want to do this eventually at a national scale. And to our teachers, I want to assure our teachers tonight that you are important for us, that we love you and we care about you, that this government will do everything within its financial means to ensure that you are treated fairly. We want you to have a life of dignity. That is why since we came into office, we've been investing in the entire ecosystem surrounding our teachers, surrounding our nurses, surrounding our doctors, surrounding our farmers, surrounding those in the sugar industry, surrounding those in the rice industry, surrounding those in the bauxite industry. Because we want all of Guyana to rise in the rising tide of development and progress. We don't want any community, any region, or any section of our population to be left behind. There is no place for that. We want you to retire in dignity. That is why in the last 4 years, we have given back to our pensioners more than $1.4 billion. In the last 4 years, in electricity and water subsidy alone, we have given back directly into the pockets of our pensioners $1.4 billion. We have placed in the pockets of our pensioners $13.4 billion in old age pension. And we have increased public assistance from $9,000 to $19,000 in 4 years, putting $2.8 billion of public assistance in the pockets of the vulnerable. My friends, in addition to this, you're providing annual cash grant of $600,000 for dialysis services. $600,000 for dialysis services. Our children with disability benefited from an injection of $700 million. Any child or pensioner who requires an eye examination, they're given a voucher of $3,000 to do it wherever they want to do. And if they have to get spectacles, they will be given an additional voucher of $15,000. This is an investment of more than $2 billion. In our 2024 budget, we have set aside $2.8 billion in vouchers for our women to ensure that they can go for cervical cancer screening. But much more than this, we have set aside the resources, more than $2 billion, to build out the facility and invest in the equipment so if they need treatment, they can get the best first world, first class treatment right here in Guyana. These are the things that we have been doing. We have delivered back to our children directly in their pockets. In the last 4 years, we have placed in the pockets of our children $22 billion under the Because We Care program. $22 billion. This is how we're investing to ensure that the people of our country benefit and develop. When you look at the realities of our country, we are also faced with challenges. Our GPL customer base has increased from 177,000 in 2014 to more than 230,000 today. That is more than 50,000 new customers. But more importantly, we had an increase in demand from 2020 to now. The demand at peak has increased by 45.6%. In 2019, the demand at peak was 126 megawatts. Today, the demand at peak is 185 megawatts. That is why we had to invest in bringing new power into the equation. We have brought 127 megawatts of additional power, 9.6 megawatts of emergency power, 46.5 at Garden of Eden, 6 megawatt at Unvawak, 28.9 at Columbia, and 36 megawatt at Everton. And when you look at the policies to improve disposable income, let us look at one example. When you look at the vehicles that were imported in this country in 2014, it was 14,000 vehicles, in 2019. Last year, we imported almost 3 times the number of vehicles we imported in 2019. Close to 40,000 vehicles were imported in 2023 compared to 14,000 in 2019. Thousands more Guyanese are now owning their own homes. What this tells you? This tells you that our policy of putting more money, more disposable income to the population is working. The prosperity we want to build in every home is working, and the policies are delivering results. And to ensure that we secure the livelihood of our population, we have sacrificed, we have zeroed the excise tax on fuel import. Zero it since COVID. We have not collected a single cent in tax, which means that we have absorbed, we have taken away from you a burden of more than $60 billion that would have been passed on to you in added charges. No other country has done this in such a sustained way over 4 years, saving the consumers of this country $60 billion. We will continue to make these important investments, my friends, in agriculture. And let me say this, in another 2 years, we want to ensure that we are the leader in agriculture. We are going to be a major food producer for export, and we are going to have full sustainability here in Guyana. And the investment we have made so far, what have we seen in 2023? We have seen that in legumes, we had an increase in production of 106%. In peanuts, increased production by 286%. Coconut production, an increase of 55%. Ground provision, vegetable, an increase of an average of 218%. 53% increase in spices and seasoning, and 16% increase in fruit production. But we are not satisfied with this. We are now working on building a first-class food hub, regional food hub, right here in Guyana. And Region 10 will be critically connected. This region will be the transport and logistics hub between Brazil and the rest of the Caribbean and the rest of the region. All the investment that is taking place on the port side, the more than 126 million US dollars investment in bauxite, more than 100 contractors from this region are involved in providing services for both sides. More than 950 persons employed directly and 50 persons employed indirectly. And with the added investment that they're making this year, by the end of this year, another 300 residents of Region 10 will be employed. This is the type of investment that is transformative in nature. When you look at our fishery sector, our forestry sector, all these sectors are demonstrating how the policy is working for us. In forestry, in 2019, the forestry sector came to a halt. We did not even have money to pay wages in the forestry sector. Today, we've returned the sector to viability, and we have seen from 2020 to last year an increase in production of more than 35%. So the investments we are making, the policies we are pursuing are bearing fruits for us. My dear friends, Guyana restarted its manganese export after 54 years. And in 2022, we had notable export of more than 255 tons. Outside of this, the demand for sand and production of sand has increased by 1,225% when compared to 2020. And the production of stone, quarry material, has increased by more than 220%. What this tells you? This tells you about a country that is on the rise. A country that is going through a major building phase and a rebuilding phase. This is your land. This is your home. This is the reality of the country we live in. A country that is on the rise. A country that is highly sought after. But we together, as a people, must celebrate this brand. We must be able to keep this brand alive and to ensure that this brand not only remains viable and sustainable, but that this brand carries with it a goodwill that is backed by every single citizen of this beautiful country. Every citizen who this country gave birth to, here and in the diaspora. In Region 10, this beautiful region that we are gathered in. And I want to assure you that this region is going to be an incredible region in the future. The type of investment and development that will take place in this region will be second to none. Our investment in Region 10 is aimed at positioning this region as a major investment center in Guyana by establishing a manufacturing ecosystem, enhancing transport and logistics, engineering services, and expanding housing. Many of you may not know, but in 2008, the Fiscal Enactment Act was passed. And in that act, Region 10 was singled out as a special economic zone. And in this special economic zone, investment in agro-processing, industrial development, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, chemicals are all given special and differentiated treatment. Over the last 4 years, we have seen $3.5 billion of investment signed with the private sector here for Region 10. But outside of this, we are creating the ecosystem to support the transformation in Region 10. That is why we have spent almost $4 billion on the construction and upgrade of more than 150 miscellaneous and urban roads. We have constructed 67 kilometers of rigid pavement and asphaltic concrete road. We have expended more than $3 billion on the improvement of our hinterland roads. We've invested in the riverine community, whether it's in health, education, water, because we believe that development must be equitable regardless of where you are. Today, we have commenced the building of 45 bridges. 45 bridges from Mabaruma to Kurupukari to Letem, so that we will have a world-class infrastructure connecting Region 10, not only to the interior, but connecting Region 10 to the great possibility that exists in northern Brazil, so that you will be an integral part in the transport, logistics, shipping hub, the container transshipment point in this whole ecosystem that we are building, where the food capital, the regional food hub will be located within your region. Your region will be the region that will be producing all the corn and soya for us nationally and to satisfy the CARICOM need. Your region soon will produce all the black eye and red beans to satisfy national demand, and by the end of next year to satisfy regional demand. These are already investments in place. Your region, my brothers and sisters, will see some of the greatest investment. The Linden-Mabura Hill Road, 121 kilometers, $119 million US. Recently, we awarded the Wisma Bridge at another $35 million US. Soon, we'll award the upgrade of the Linden-Suicide Highway, a project that will cost us $120 million US. We are looking also to develop the Timeri-Bartica link through the West Bank Demerara River from Sand Hills to Makaura on the Essequibo River, crossing Monkey Jump to Bartica. Some 44 kilometers of total alignment from Falmouth to Timeri Sand Hill has already been cleared, with 10 kilometers upgraded to Fairweather Loom Road. Billions of dollars will be spent on creating this important infrastructure link that will open up forestry opportunity, agriculture opportunity, mining opportunity, commerce opportunity, tourism opportunity, and connect your market to the rest of the market in our country. These are the investments that are transformative, that will raise your region, that will lift your region. Every single village in the river, every single community here in Region 10, you will be lifted with this tide of development. The investment, as I said, that we are making in housing in this region, the more than $1 billion investment we are making to ensure you have quality water treatment plant. But more importantly, in this region, this beautiful region of Region 10, we must never forget that this region has one of the greatest athletic history of our country. This is a region with athletic pride. When you talk about Skinny Wilson, George Hill, Roxanne Sills, Jordan, Wayne Blackbush Strugger, Andrew Forsyth, Sullivan, Hilton Jeffers, Hilton Barker, and many others, including Maureen Barnett. These are all national athletes that would have made their mark. And I know the Prime Minister might want to say he was an athlete too. But your region also, Region 10, produced 2 Prime Ministers of Guyana, one standing on stage here tonight. Put your hands together for the quality of personalities that your region has produced for us as a country. You talk about boxing, Charles Shorty Amos. You remember him? Terence Sally, Walter Smith, Conrad Wilson, Cornell, Long the policeman, Colin Livingston. All of these are boxers that we celebrate that you produce here in Region 10. And you talk about football, Zipper Johnson, Bing and Rupert Craig, Desmond Solomon and his younger brother, Edward Richmond, Clive Wilson, Lloyd Medas, Nigel Cummings, Evan Passad, the Hudson brothers, Cody Hercules, Russell Passad, Jimmy McLean. These are all national figures, footballers that your region give to our country. And you are not left out of cricket too. Many people ask, why are we investing in a new cricket stadium? You even produced Vincent Adams as a cricketer, Vibert Benjamin, Oren Pacer Gordon, Duncan, and many others. These are the pride of your history. That is why sport has a special place in your region. And not to forget basketball, Royston Telford, Julius Barnett, the Brush brothers, the cycling, Jocelyn Joseph, Ignatius Titus, Fishy Williams, Waterton brothers, the Rose brothers, Winslow, Pinky Richmond, and many others. These are the products of your region. That is why the government, through the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, we have invested in your region to bring back the legends that you created in these children and the young people. We have invested in less than 3 years, $1.4 billion to build back your sports facilities here. The multi-purpose facility is being built to accommodate international FIFA standard football. The cricketing facility. In tourism and development, you're going to see a major push to ensure that your region becomes an important region in tourism and development. The Silica City, the new Silica City, will be connected to your region. The new highway that will come from Mandela and connect to the Linden-Susike Highway will reduce your transport time, bring greater efficiency. So my dear friends, I think I've made the point that we have invested in your region equally as we have invested in any other region. And per capita, when you look at per capita investment, we have invested in your region higher than any other region per capita. Because we understand the potential of this region. We believe in the potential of this region as we believe in the potential of Guyana. So on this independence, my brothers and sisters, I say, let the weight of the past, let the burden of the past, let the sorrows of the past not be the anchor that weighs us down, but be the dislodged chain that allows us to rise in pride and glory, knowing that the future brings with it a brighter, brighter tomorrow. rid ourselves of the weight of disunity, the weight of false pride, the weight of false hope, and reignite our body and our spirit and our mind with the presence of the time now, with the understanding of the future tomorrow, with the self-belief and the understanding that we are all committed to each other in ensuring that the best of tomorrow is before us. So my dear friends, as we celebrate this our independence, we do so before the glory of God. And we do so committing ourselves before the supreme throne, that all of us are equal. None of us are superior to the other. And all of us must be inheritors of the future we build for one another. I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for leading our resilient, diverse, and unified Guyana. His Excellency has been in the region all day, interacting with Londoners, listening to concerns, sharing plans. He also found the time to have a cookout with his Rastafarian brothers in Victory Valley, playing dominoes, building community. We are one people, celebrating another milestone as a country. This is our National Independence Program, live from the Mackenzie Stadium in Linden. We welcome Lieutenant Colonel Athelian Branch and other members of the Barbados Legion and others who are visiting Linden for the first time. As our President just reminded us, our servicemen and women defend and protect us. But tonight, we will also see them showcase their versatility in a military display followed by the military band display. For our 50th independence anniversary, the troops will demonstrate the discipline and precision that drills require. Drills are an active part of training for our disciplined services and are an important part of daily military routine and fitting for this occasion. We will witness silent rifle and foot drills requiring discipline and focus. members of the military band and the discipline services, and they will return for the ceremonial hoisting of the golden arrowhead closer to midnight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we now present a grand cultural showcase featuring some of Guyana's talented creatives. And look out for Jacob the Jaguar. It's going to be a spectacular celebration of our diversity and unity as we usher in our 58th independence anniversary. Let's begin with a brand new song.
Go up here, too.
Presidential party is moving forward for the hoisting, the ceremonial hoisting of the golden arrowhead for the 58th time. This evening, National Flag Ensign Lieutenant Shamar Phillips has the honor of hoisting the flag here at the Mackenzie Stadium. He will be assisted by Corporal Shamar Allen. Carrie Reed Couchman and Manisa Douglas of the Linden Foundation Secondary School will lead us in saying the Universal Prayer.
I pledge myself to honor always the flag of Guyana, and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energy towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana.
The police force band and all of us, let us sing Guyana the Free. And now we all stand at attention and proudly sing our national anthem.
Love Right before our eyes. Oh, changes in the air, progress everywhere. It's unbelievable how far you've come, Guyana.
Hope on every face, felt by every race. One people, one nation, one destiny.
The future is looking better. It's time that we come together. It's the most beautiful feeling. Oh, we come from the rivers, come from the mountains, come from the sea, we come from the country.
Let me go!
Cause this is our time. One people, one nation, our time. No segregation, our time. Join in celebration, everybody gather round. This is our time. One people, one nation, our time. No segregation, our time. Join in celebration, everybody gather round. This is our time. Oh, 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 oh. Cause this is our time. Oh, 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 oh. Cause this is our time.
Let's strive together and do our best for this nation.
Just like
Yeah, build bridges where they've never been. One Guyana for the win.
Come on.
Oh, when me and my neighbors prosper, leave work for our sons and daughters.
It's the most beautiful feeling. Oh, we come from the rivers, come from the mountains, come from the sea, we come from the country. Hey! Cause this is our time. One people, one nation, our time. No segregation, our time. Join in celebration, everybody gather round. This is our time. One people, one nation, our time. No segregation, our time. Join in celebration, everybody gather round. This is our time. Oh, 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 oh. This is our time. Oh, 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 oh. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time. This is our time. Come let we go. Let them know this is our time.